What are your top 10 Stray Kids songs? Somebody asked me this and I've been thinking about it a lot for literally a week because it's kind of an impossible question. They come out with so much music and every single album just gets better. It's hard to choose. But I've come up with a way of how I would sort them and how I would answer this question if somebody were to ask me again. So Stray Kids are known for their really big beats and their high energy songs, which I am 100% here for. If I'm being 100% honest with myself and with you, their slower stuff tends to really be what gets me. My top 10 list is actually split into top 5 and then second top 5, if you will. First 5 are slower, and then the second 5 are all of their really big beat songs. And a quick side note, I'm excluding all of their solo songs because that's like asking me who your bias is, and that is not the question I'm asking you right now, my friend. My number 1 absolute top favorite song is Escape, followed closely by Holiday, X, Taste, MIA. These are my top 5 because they're extremely personal. They transport me to places long since forgotten in the deep recesses of my mind, or they comfort me in ways that it's just really hard to articulate. For example, whenever I listen to Holiday, I remember the few positive childhood memories I have, like watching the Powerpuff Girls. And it also reminds me of my time living and working in South Korea. It was a very difficult time in my life, but it's one of the most important times of my life. So that's the first half of my list. Let's move on to the second half, the big beats. Number 1 is Super Bowl. Number 2 is Mountains. Number 3 is Domino. Domino, Domino. Number 4 is Wolfgang, and number 5 is Mira. This list was actually harder for me to compile because, as an example, number 4, I was really torn between Wolfgang and Megaverse. I literally taught myself to animate because of Megaverse. I was also living in South Korea when that album came out, and literally the weekend before, I went to their big performance in Seoul where they unveiled it before the album was released. But I had to put Wolfgang on that list because nothing will top that performance. Sorry, not sorry. It was a baby stay at that point when I watched that performance, and my sister and I watched it over and over again because it's just that kick-ass. I also wanted to put Maniac on that list because their Ordinary album is when I went, oh my god, they're men? Hello? I find that the memories associated with that song end up winning out what goes on my list. As an example, I remember when Mountains, when they did the track Unveil, I listened to that 1-minute clip obsessively on the bus to work when I was in South Korea. But I'm curious what you think. Please let me know down in the comments. And I'll also tell you that my favorite album by Stray Kids is Levanter, even though none of those songs made it on the list. Again, it's a very personal reason. What's yours?